Alright.
Okay, this is a short little video. I've gotten so much from YouTube that I just wanted to share a little bit of technique and what's going on here. Putting some subway tile in, and what allows this, or what's going to make it look like it's going really fast, is the fact that this first wall that was put in is level all the way up. I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure you lay out real good and pay attention to the thickness of the whatever adhesive you're using. In this case, we're using mastic. So if you keep that same thickness as you go up, your wall will be level, and that'll save you time and trouble when your next wall comes in, because if the distance from here to here is the same all the way down, then what you can do, which is what I've done, is once you got your first row in, you get to this last piece, you get that measurement. You go out to the saw, set it, and then just cut them all. You know, just count one to every other row. You count how many you need. Then you come up to the second row. In this case, we're offsetting it in the center. So we're going to have a cut piece here and a cut piece here. So you get the measurement for here, count every other row, how many you need, put it out there, put the stopper, bing bang boom, knock them out. Same thing over here. And then once you got all your pieces, then you can just come over here and for the beginners out there working with this stuff, you know, you can I like to do it like this. Everybody's got their own technique. I like to have like control. A little trick here is to don't put the mastic on all the way to the edge, because when you smush it on the wall, it's going to squirt out the side. So you just want to leave a little bit on the edge, okay? So that when you go to put it on there, and then to get that one in, the ends there, you can just take a little bit like that and put it on like that.
How thick are you putting that on there?
Well, you're just gonna put it on because you're gonna put it on with the flat end. A lot of people, they like to cut corners and put it on here where the notched part is, but you want to put it on the flat side to actually get adhesive bonding with the surface that you're doing, and then you're going to come back and most of it's going to come off, because you know.
I think questions people might have is, how thick of a layer are you putting adhesive on for this type of tile? You don't want to really thick it, right?
Right. You just want it, you know, something like that right there, which is probably about 1/4 of an inch. But when you use your 1/4 inch notch trowel, you know, it's going to remove the spot wherever there's a standout on the notch. Okay, that's a good little inquiry there. You know, just take your time and, you know, precision. Especially with this stuff. This stuff can get all over you. Oh, and I like to overlap it just a little bit right there, so that when you do that there, and if it just builds up, you know, don't be afraid to. Okay. Take some over here, put it like that, and then we can do the notch. And another little pointer here, you'll be able to see where it's not completely the same thickness, if that's the case. So you just put a little more. You want to hold the trowel about an angle like that right there. You don't want to do it like that, and you don't want it too inclined. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, come back. Let's see here. We're on what I like to always, because this will save you trouble, especially when you're working with mastic. This will save you a little bit of trouble, cleanup when you go to grout, not having to take a razor blade or these special tools to remove all that excess. So it pays in the end to be a little organized and work a little clean. Okay, so here on this row, we're on a full piece. Okay, what I like to do is I like to use these wedges too. Okay, because these are 1/8 inch wedges. it gives you the flexibility from the thickness to here, so that if for some reason your first row wasn't level, which in this case it is, but if it wasn't, when you put the wedge in there, and I'm using 1/8 inch here, if you needed to put a little, just get a little bit more to jack it up, to level it out, you could do that. But I like to put these in like this when I've got everything laid out like this, because once these are in, I can just slap the row in. Bing, bang, boom. And again, everybody's got their own technique, their own style, own way, because, you know, there's 100 ways to do something. And I've found this is what works best for me. Alright. Oh, yeah, one whole piece here. Slap that in like that. Actually, I get these things off here.
Now, are you eyeballing the space between these tiles?
Yeah, because I'm just matching it up with what I got already.
Right.
But the first one, I used the spacer. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% exact.
Right.
I actually gotta reposition these like that, like that. Put this one here, and then that'll look like that. Another thing is, you don't want to put too much material on the wall. You want to be able to, whatever you can, whatever your pace is, you got to learn your pace, because if you put too much on and you go too slow, then it's just going to start to harden and lose its adhesive qualities. And then see how this one's way over here. You can make some adjustments here. These are already pre-cut, so I already know that everything has to line up.
Try to zoom out a little bit.
Okay. Okay. And then we got this one here. So this will be the second. I'll just do the 2 rows just so they can see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure they probably already hung it up and are like ready to
get at it.
gung ho and do it themselves.
Show them this next row.
Another little trick, like on this, on when you got the small pieces, instead of using, if you're using wedges, you know, put one way and one the other way, so it's got something solid to sit on, or else it may rock on the incline of the wedge. And then when you do it, and then when you come back and the next day and it's all set up, it's off just a little bit. There, line that up.
Get a shot of that end there.
Okay.
See how that goes.
And you can actually show them when the benefit of this first wall being level. You get a nice straight line. You don't have, a lot of times people don't do that, and they'll wind up with this grout line right here, looking all crazy. Another little pointer too is to put this wall in first, so that when you're looking in, you don't see the grout line. The grout line's over here. So that's what we got there.
So Robert, if somebody's local in South Florida, how would they find you to maybe get your services?
Well, they can go to my website, which is aahomeservicesusa.com. Check me out on Facebook, same name. Phone number 954-696-7930.
Good, man.
I hope that was a help to anybody out there. And you can subscribe, ask a question. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. If I don't know something, I'll say I don't know it.
Okay.
Unlike most people. All right. Thank you.